A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for being with us on this week's edition of the program. We remain your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Joy Honora and I'm glad you could join us. On our lineup this week, first we joined Faith and her guest, Professor Segun Ajibola, a professor of economics at the Babcock University, on the CEO Rendezvous, where they examined the topic Foreign Exchange Management in Nigeria. What next? Against the backdrop of the recent lifting of forex restrictions on the famous 43 items 8 years after by the Central Bank of Nigeria, what has changed 8 years after? Why is it expedient at this time? Let's hear him.
As at today, 8 years after, when ordinarily we should be talking about self-sufficiency in the production of some of those items, are we self-sufficient? The answer is no. Then there are some of the items that we could see as inputs, especially to the manufacturing sector of the economy. And the manufacturers have been saying, assessing some of these items from the parallel market has raised cost of production, and that by assessing the items through the official market, there is a likelihood of reduction in per unit cost of production, which will help manage the skyrocketing inflation in the country.
On this edition also, we will bring you highlights from the 2023 National Insurance Brokers Conference and Exhibition of the NCRIB under the theme Insurance and the Building Industry, Forging a Better Synergy at the Brokers House, Alagomeji, Yaba, Lagos. The conference culminated in the very colorful investiture of Prince Babatunde Adeleke Oguntade as the 22nd President and Chairman of Council of the NCRIB. Let's check out excerpts.
Going, go! Thank you. Congratulations.
What can I say? Sit back and relax. Details coming right up.
Hello. It's been a rough few months, I know. You've just bought a car and 2 weeks ago you accidentally hit someone else in traffic. Now you've had to pay your mechanic to fix both cars. Then the other day, you get stopped by the authorities for incomplete papers, and now you've had to pay a heavy fine. Tough. Now you've parked your car at home, and the fear of something happening has stopped you from enjoying your car and living your best life. But what if I told you I have a solution for you? Ever heard of third-party motor insurance? Well, it's simple. For only a small premium payment of 15,000 naira, you get a massive shield of coverage of up to 3 million naira that protects you from unexpected accidents to other road users. Small premium, big coverage.
Enjoy the peace of mind you deserve and get your third-party motor insurance today for only 15,000 naira. This message is sponsored by the Insurers Committee of NICOM. For more information or complaints on non-settlements of claims, please visit www.nicom.gov.ng or www.nigeriainsurance.org.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the CEO Rendezvous this week. There's been a lot of talk in the economy, in the political space, in public domain on the recent directive of the Central Bank of Nigeria lifting restrictions on the 43 ban items after 8 years. It's been a hot topic of discourse all over the country and even beyond. For us also, we are trying to seek some answers of clarification as to what is really going on. So this morning we have our in-house analyst, Professor Segun Ajibola, who is a renowned economist at the Babcock University. He's also a past president of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. He's currently also a council member of the institute. He's on set with us, and together we'll be looking at the foreign exchange management in Nigeria. What's next? Thank you so very much, Prof, for finding time to be with us on the program.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. As I said, when we are confused and it doesn't seem like we know what is really happening, we run to you for clarification, to break it down for us in a layman's language. Okay, so recently the Central Bank of Nigeria finally lifted the foreign exchange restrictions itself placed on the famous 43 items 8 years ago. But we are asking, why is it expedient at this time, in your mind, for them to now all of a sudden say we're lifting restrictions on those items?
If we can step back a bit, foreign exchange management, the central bank is statutorily empowered to manage the foreign exchange for the country. It's a traditional function of any central bank. But foreign exchange management is a three-way affair. First is the foreign exchange rates. Second, foreign exchange reserves. Third, foreign exchange uses. So, in which case you have authorized dealers and authorized users and authorized uses. So, in 2015, central bank latched in on that third leg of foreign exchange management, which is authorized uses. And in its wisdom, said 43 items should no longer be eligible for access to official foreign exchange market. That became an issue because of the disparity between the official rate and the rate ruling in the parallel market, which has been hovering between 200 and 300 naira per dollar.
At that time.
Even as at that time.
Yeah.
So it made a lot of difference to access foreign exchange from the official market or to go to the parallel market. I don't want to say black market. And why is this so? Like I said, the disparity. But there is what is often referred to as supply rigidities in the foreign exchange market. Supply rigidities in economies means that particular commodity, there's nothing you can do, especially in the immediate future, to increase the supply of it to the market. Whereas demand is highly, positively elastic, in which it increases, and can hardly be tamed. So, in the midst of nearly fixed supply and almost flexible demand will always outstrip supply, thereby putting pressure on the market. And the victim of that pressure is the rate. So, by removing those 43 items from the official market, what CBN was trying to do was to reduce the pressure on that official market. But where the commodity is in need, and those who demand for that commodity, they are desperate, the ultimate result will be the black market. Any commodity, whether it's rice, whether it's sugar, where supply is limited, but demand is unlimited, and you try to regulate the price, there will be black market for those who cannot get at that official price. So because dollar is something that is in high demand as a commodity, the pressure will always be on that market. So to lessen that pressure, those 43 items were removed from the official market. They were not banned. So those wanting to import them were advised to look for dollar elsewhere. Wherever. So the immediate outlet was the so-called black market. Unfortunately, the differential in rates has been sustained all through that period, up to the unification in June. So what has transferred between June and now, that's a different issue. We are just looking at what happened previously. So with the 43 items out of the official list, the question has been, what's the significance of these 43 items to our economy as far as the foreign exchange market is concerned? So I think those are the issues we need to unravel.
Okay, a problem. Yes, I was just going to say that since that policy 8 years ago, the restrictions on those 43 items, the question the ordinary man is asking is, what has changed? What have we gained? 8 years down the line, you are going back to that road you walked before and you said wasn't a good road. You are going back there. Put it in perspective for us, please.
It's a very worrisome development, actually. If we ask, besides managing the foreign exchange rate in particular by blocking access to the official market for those 43 items, there are other objectives. You know, as a country that has always been highly import dependent, at a time, I think from the 1970s, if my memory can still be accurate, we started pursuing two different types of strategies. We call one import substitution strategy, the other one export promotion strategy. So part of what Central Bank told us in 2015 was that for us as a country, we should be able to produce some of those items and be self-sufficient within a period of time, so that there will be massive investment in the production of rice, palm produce, some other agricultural products like the poultry and co. And of course, for cement, some private individuals invested heavily. Ditto, if you look at most of the 43 items, there have been substantial local investment in them. The agricultural area was promoted through the Anchor Borrowers Program.
Exactly.
So the first question is, those other objectives of dry-phase self-sufficiency within the local environment, how was the scorecard as of today? From all indications, some recorded moderate successes, some, we could say, did not. So that leaves the question, as of today, 8 years after, when ordinarily we should be talking about self-sufficiency in the production of some of those items, are we self-sufficient? The answer is no. Then there are some of the items that we could see as inputs, especially to the manufacturing sector of the economy. And the manufacturers have been saying, accessing some of these items from the parallel market has raised cost of production, and that by accessing the items through the official market, there is a likelihood of reduction in per unit cost of production, which will help manage the skyrocketing inflation in the country. That's another argument. But everything put together, we need to ask ourselves as a country, what exactly is our focus? Because 63 years after, if you look at some of those items, We are talking about rigidities in supply with close to 90% of our foreign exchange earnings coming from oil revenue. And we are saying that we are opening up that economy for importation of toothpicks, of margarine, of poultry products, some of these items, even rice.
Okay, so tough. Yeah, and that's where I have real queries. Now, I do know that as at that time there was so much talk about us as a people being self-sufficient in rice production. But the question, even in the course of the last 8 years, ordinary people have asked this question. The Anchor Borrowers Program, a lot of money went into encouraging farmers to produce rice locally. At the time, we had a show on national television. We saw rice pyramid. But the average person, the reality is when you go to the market, even the locally produced rice sometimes are even more expensive than the ones that are imported. And you begin to ask the question, where are we really going with this policy? And all of a sudden now, there's a policy somewhere. So I don't, in looking at it holistically, would you say that the Anchor Borrowers Program that was pushed as a result of encouraging people to produce locally, to encourage made in Nigerian goods, self-sufficiency and all of that, would you honestly say that that program was a success?
My answer will be capital no. Capital no. Because even from the data coming from central bank itself, it showed that of about 900 billion naira disbursed under the Anchor Borrowers Program, about 500 billion remain uncollectible as of today. So what success story are we going to be talking about? And when we look at the products, rice, grains, palm produce, and so on, what has changed? Barely nothing.
Hello. It's been a rough few months, I know. You've just bought a car and 2 weeks ago you accidentally hit someone else in traffic. Now you've had to pay your mechanic to fix both cars. Then the other day, you get stopped by the authorities for incomplete papers, and now you've had to pay a heavy fine. Tough. Now you've parked your car at home, and the fear of something happening has stopped you from enjoying your car and living your best life. But what if I told you I have a solution for you? Ever heard of third-party motor insurance? Well, it's simple. For only a small premium payment of 15,000 naira, you get a massive shield of coverage of up to 3 million naira that protects you from unexpected accidents to other road users. Small premium, big coverage.
Enjoy the peace of mind you deserve and get your third-party motor insurance today for only 15,000 naira. This message is sponsored by the Insurers Committee of NICOM. For more information or complaints on non-settlements of claims, please visit www.nicom.gov.ng or www.nigeriainsurance.org.
It's the Almond Insurance Industry Awards and Consumers Night 2023. Theme, Rewarding Excellence. Great music and comedy performances by Harry Song, Scales, Ilbliss, Mr. Reed, Mr. Paul, Brain Jotta, and much more. Date is Friday, 3rd November 2023. Venue, Queen's Park Event Center, Water Corporation Drive off Ligali Ayorinde Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time, red carpet 5 p.m. and award starts by 7 p.m. Tickets, reinsured table of 10, 1 million naira. Insured table of 5, 500,000 naira. Co-insured VIP tickets for 100,000 naira. Uninsured pool regular tickets, 10,000 naira. Tickets for after party is 20,000 naira. For tickets and table bookings, please call 0803-335-7879 or 0812-362-4081 or email almondproductions@gmail.com. The Almond Insurance Industry Awards and Consumers Night 2023. Don't miss it. This event is packaged by Almond Productions and Flute Event Services. This event is sponsored by Waikari Insurance PLC.
Welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights of the 2023 National Insurance Brokers Conference and the investiture ceremony of Prince Oguntade at the Lagos Marriott Hotel, Ikeja. Many believe that Prince Oguntade will bring his wealth of experience to bear as the leader of the council in the next 2 years. Happy viewing.
Premiumbeat.com.
The Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB, is the umbrella body of all licensed brokers in the Nigerian market. The NCRIB recently put together its 2023 National Insurance Brokers Conference and Exhibition at the Brokers House, Alagomeji, Yaba, under the theme Insurance and the Building Industry, Forging a Better Synergy. Welcoming participants to the conference, the immediate past president of the council, Barrister Rotimi Edu, noted that some of the losses associated with building collapse or market fires could have been taken care of by insurance.
We are all living with the stories and challenges of building collapses all over the country. Leaving scores of Nigerians dead, while properties running into billions of naira are ruined. And this greatly affects our economy as a nation. These are honorary risks that could have been taken up by insurance industry with the provisions of the extant insurance law, and all this gnashing of teeth and calamities would have been avoided. When the market is burnt, you will see the owners of stores crying. The insurance they would have done, maybe at 200 naira per annum, they will not do that. And then go back to government to start begging for money for us to be able to rebuild these markets, whereas the insurance companies would have taken this load for the owners of these markets.
Delivering the theme of the conference, the guest speaker, Mr. Shonubi Michael Olayemi, President, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, said that insurance should ensure that contractors are satisfied all necessary requirements before they grant them covers.
We insist, for instance, that all buildings under construction that are insured, that they have insurance policy number on the project signboard. When you have such a situation that can easily be verified by anybody passing by, either from insurance or from Las Vegas or from Cobham or from QSRBA, because all of us, each of the professional bodies in the construction industry, they have their own regulatory codes. Correct? So anybody passing by there can check by just picking that number. Just like I'm sure you have believers now. Just taking somebody's screen from down. The moment you put it on that list of soup, the guy's details come. So if you can have that, and I'm sure even for insurance, for your insurance, motor vehicle insurance, the moment you use the policy number, it comes out whether it's genuine or fake.
Panelists at the conference were architect Bolahan Owoduni Oki, GM, Lagos State Building Control Agency, Mr. Modu Shakiru from the Lagos State Fire Service, Dr. Felicia Ogubata from Kuren, and others. Chairman of session was Mr. Tunji Adeyemo. In his submission during the panel session, Mr. Kunle Ahmed, MD and CEO, AXA Mansard, said that insurance policy doesn't prevent the collapse of buildings.
Insurance policies do not prevent buildings from collapsing. I've had submission this morning that suggests that we need insurance. Yes, we need insurance, but insurance do not prevent the collapse of buildings. What it does is to try and hedge or ameliorate the losses that will come after the collapse. So, something has to be done from the side of people that are supposed to do everything that is professional to ensure that buildings do not collapse.
Given the high deliberations, some delegates had questions for the speaker and panelists. The 2023 NCRIB conference climaxed with a very colorful investiture ceremony of Prince Babatunde Oguntade as the 22nd president and chairman of council. The ceremony drew dignitaries from all walks of life. Chairman of the occasion was Chief Mrs. Onikepo Akonde. In his valedictory speech, the immediate past president of the NCRIB, Barrister Edu, implored members to give the new president and his team the needed support to succeed. In her brief remarks, the chairman of occasion, Dr. Mrs. Akonde, said that insurance remains the anchor of safety for the common man in these challenging times.
It remains a thing of regret that insurance is not given the primacy it deserves in Nigeria due to multifarious reasons that I would not like to rehearse here. But whatever the rationalization for not accepting insurance, I still hold a strong view that it remains a strong anchor of safety for the people, especially the common man in these challenging times.
Other speakers were Mr. Leo Aka, Director, NICOM, who stood in for the Commissioner for Insurance, Chairman, House Committee on Insurance and Actuarial Matters, Honorable Ahmed Usman Jaha, Deputy Governor, Ogun State, Engineer Noimont Salako Oyedele, and a host of others. With the speeches taken, friends, family members, and colleagues witnessed the investiture of Prince Oguntade. The change of leadership of chain lifting was done by past presidents of the council.
Going!
In his acceptance speech, Prince Oguntade said his trust of office will focus on 8 critical points, namely corporate visibility and sustenance, mentoring, government and institutional relations, secretariat development, and revisitation of strategic plans for the council.
We are going to continue on the brand of strategic development. We are going to continue to engage. We are going to continue to create the platforms for growth. And we're going to absolutely the 10-year strategic plan of our council that has been in abeyance for a while.
Prince Oguntade is a seasoned insurance practitioner with 42 years of useful contributions to the industry. Many are without any doubt that his tenure will open a new vista for the NCRIB.
That is our time on the program this week. Slowly but surely, the 2023 Almond Insurance Industry Awards is just around the corner. Tickets are already selling. And like we have been saying, if you are not at the awards this year, you are not anywhere. Many thanks for your company. Please join us next time for a fresh package. Until then, be good and have a great day.